Good morning. Today, as you can see, we're all dressed up, and that is because we're going to be heading to Epsom races with Aston Martin for Ladies' Day. And I thought before we head out, as always, I'll share with you my outfit. There isn't a dress code today, and so I didn't have to get too particular about what I was wearing. We're not going to be in the Royal Enclosure, and so I've decided to go a little bit more on the relaxed side of sartorial fashion. Still looking very smart, but I wanted to be super comfortable. The weather is a little bit cloudy today, and so I needed to have a jacket with me in case it gets a bit colder, but also I wanted to be able to take my layers off should I need to. So today's look consists of my Carlton brogues from Joseph Cheney & Sons, who are a Northamptonshire shoemaker. I've gone for some double pleated brown linen trousers from Lardini, who are an Italian brand. My belt is from Ralph Lauren, need no introduction, with the gold hardware. And then I've gone for this made-to-order linen safari jacket from Schuster & Hicks. We made this last summer, and so I'm really happy to be getting it back out of the wardrobe again for the season. It just fits so nicely, and I love being able to just slightly cinch in the belt here. It just gives a nice silhouette to the jacket. My shirt is from Charles Tyrwhitt. It's a navy Bengal stripe. I've got my date just on, and I'm wearing Clive Christian's contemporary fragrance. So as always, running a little bit late. Would you like to come in? Are you vlogging today? Well, the boss has just come in and spoken. We're running half an hour late, and so I'm gonna have to put the camera down. We're gonna hit the road and enjoy a day with Aston Martin. Okay, so we've just arrived to today's hospitality at the winning post. Let's take a look inside.
Like Wedgwood style print.
With the white print.
Yeah, I was going to wear that, but with the long sleeve. But I get it's such a conundrum because I'm like, I want to wear this stuff, but the bits that I love the most.
Everybody's been very sophisticated and drinking Nye Timber. And there's me over here, starting my day off on a stirrup ramen.
Hopefully point you in the right direction. I will be hanging around here for a little bit as well, so I'll be calling around all the tables. So if the horse gets beat in the first race, then you can give me dog's abuse if you really want. But as a jockey, I had a great time doing it 22 and a half years. Through that time, I rode 207 winners, but I had to break a lot of bones and spend a lot of time in hospital in order to do that, but had a great time doing it. When I retired, I left nothing out there, got out again with 207 winners. Now, to put that into perspective, there was a jockey riding at the time called Tony McCoy. He rode 285 winners in one season. It took me 22 and a half bloody years to ride less than that. But I had a great time doing it. Luckily nowadays I have a hospitality business. I get paid way more money than I ever did as a jockey for tipping the losers of all the races, and I don't have 2 ambulances following me around. I love that clap there. And
Wow, that looks like a big chunky bit of meat. I'll move that for you, sir.
Give you guys one of these swing.
Wonderful.
In case we go into the
lovely
stand later.
Is that to dance? Just about to start the first race of the day. We're currently situated on the winning post. Sun shining. We should be looking at starting any second now. I love these double-decker buses they've got lined up along the track. And they're off. Okay, so we are just making our way over to the Queen Elizabeth II stand, where we're going to get a different perspective of the track. Before we do, we're just going to quickly swing by the Aston Martin DB12. It's going to be my first time seeing this car. I cannot wait. Wow, and there she is. Look at that electric red. The colour is stunning. Cool. Well, the DB12 has not disappointed. What a car. Oh, the star of the show has arrived. I've never seen a dog pose so much. Oh, sorry,
It literally makes me want to cry. I love them so much.
He'll be over that, don't worry. You see, he knows he's safe there, got a ball.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be taking our first look at the interior of the DB12.
Did you have a go?
Wow, look at that tan. So, what does it say?
What are you talking about me?
Made and built in, in Britain.
It's beautiful inside, my mate.
Does suit you. Looks good. Got Bowers and Wilkins surround sound. Oh, got the quilted leather. You getting in, Alistair?
Yeah.
Oh, it suits you as well. Suits you as well. What can I say? Right, we'll take 3, please.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it looks mega. Love that.
It is a predator. He thinks he is a
Have
predator.
you driven it yet?
Very small amount, just parking up and stuff. Inside though, it's another class in terms of how comfortable it is. It reminds me of a Bentley Continental GT.
Ah, okay. I've not been in one of them.
Yeah, it's like just pure comfort.
Yeah. Here we have the Queen Elizabeth stand that we're going to be going to watch the rest of the races in today. Aston Martin are a key sponsor here at the races. Currently sitting in the DB12. I'm joined by Miss Millen-Gordon.
Feels like we're car shopping.
It does feel like
Because we're due a new car later on in this year.
Yeah,
and
indeed.
I definitely think that this tan...
the quilt on the seats as well.
Oh. Is it like a suede? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's suede contrast, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so nice.
Very nice.
We're just going to sit here for the rest of the day. Well, the second race has just kicked off. The horses are just having a quick walk around the parade ring. My wife is looking very pretty in front of the flower wall, which, as you'll see, 110 years of the iconic Aston Martin. It's a very long time, and they've done very well in that time as well. Right here we have the DBX 707 in this stunning graphite grey. If we quickly take a look at the interior, you'll see we've got some black leather seats with the yellow stitching. Picks out really nicely. And again, we've got the graphite running through the centre console. Wow. I've had the privilege of driving this car around Sardinia, and let me tell you, this thing goes.
Left, I think.
Always. Never on the right side.
You might have to budge up a bit. There we go.
Always our private videographer today.
This is no direction, isn't it? So ladies' day.
Professional. That's one hell of a rig.
Yeah.
Camera looks good as well. They've just dashed water over the horses to cool them down. Oh.
They're like big bodies. They're so shiny.
Big bar.
Big body.
Fred Oaks returning to the winner's enclosure.
Frankie Dettori
His
wins his
soul
second race
sister
of the day.
and
This is the penultimate race for the main man himself. Tomorrow is his last race of his career. Famous dismount there. Lovely to see.
no naughty puppies have been locked in the kitchen.
For good reason. It's a big day today. As you can see, we've got all of the carpet protect down, and Henry's on the job. Summit Carpentry are in doing the wardrobe portable centre island, which was one of the more trickier areas of this particular build. We're having my centre island made out of the same finish that, what do you call this section? I always keep on calling it like my centre display unit, but I don't really know what it is.
Centre showpiece?
Yeah, so it's the same, it's American Walnut?
Black American Walnut. Yeah.
Black American Walnut. We're having this built in the same finish, so Andy and his team are here today working very hard to try and get that complete. Lids and I are actually off to London, and so it's going to be a lovely surprise when I get back, and we can have a look at the finished project. So that should be good to see, but I'm excited to see it go in. They just started bringing up the bits and bobs now. Today we're actually heading down to London because we're going to be meeting up with Mimi and Alex Icon, the couple that organised the Intelligent Change Summit that you would have hopefully seen if you watched my video from Ibiza a few weeks ago. And so it'd be really nice to catch up with them. We're going to one of their restaurants in London. I think that's about it. I'm not going to vlog going down today. I've got lots of editing to do. I've not even started editing our trip to Borgo Santo Pietro for my social. I've got lots of reels and get ready with me videos and stuff to edit for that, so I'm going to focus on getting that done because I'm getting overwhelmed with the amount of content that I'm trying to produce. Yesterday we actually shot a campaign for Chopard. It's their 1000 millia watch. It's their chronometer that they've just launched. Absolutely beautiful timepiece, and I linked it in with my golfing as a hobby, and so we did that yesterday. So it was a very long day. I went to bed last night after midnight, so I'm a little bit tired today. I actually have also received a couple of things that I want to share with you. The most exciting of all is a pair of Loro Piana trousers that are actually the exact same as these. They're called the City 2 Pinces. I think that obviously means the 2 pleats that you can see on the trousers, and they're in like a really heavy linen. They're in a navy, and they just fall really nicely. They don't seem to crease as much as a lot of other linens that I wear, and so we're going to try those on. They should fit absolutely fine because they're the same size as these. I just need to have them tailored because they always leave raw hem on the actual trousers, so I'll get those into my alterations guys and get those taken up. And yeah, the other stuff I will actually vlog after we've been back from London and we've taken a look at hopefully the finished centre island here in this room, which is very exciting. It's always fun filming Andy work. Oh, he's strong.
Perhaps it's at 10:30, by the way.
Perfect.
So these are little bearers
Yeah.
to support the worktop.
Okay.
So they're like little ribs, and the first rib goes within sort of 20 mil of the front frame. What I didn't want was the pressure of the worktop to be on the front frames.
Yeah, and to push out.
Yeah, because that could then affect the shut lines on the door.
Yeah.
So these bearers,
It just supports.
there's the same on the drawer box as well.
Yeah.
So that drawer box effectively sits back to back here.
Yeah, I was wondering where that goes.
Yeah, but that sits high.
Yeah.
So the end panels are all constructed, so
Got you.
that sits on top. So the end, and then these act as ribs to support the worktop across the width.
Yeah, nice. Clever.
Yeah, I hope it all comes. It's just bringing it all together, mate. Yeah, because my workshop's not big enough to have it all together as one piece.
Yeah.
So everything's been done off of drawing.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've had this section together. I've had that section together, and then
Yeah.
the two end panels all together. I can't wait to see it like
Finished. Yeah,
all
together.
together and
You're going to be seeing it for the first time as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
The antique brass top, because it's hand finished, is a bit mottled,
Yeah.
so the finish is not consistent.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a bit like, it's just natural, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. Yeah, but it looks stunning, mate.
Does it?
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Class. Hello, Potty. Hello. Hello, my gorgeous little boy. Good boy. Good boy. Look at the happy tail. Yes.
So nice.
Wow. Wow. That's better than I imagined that worked out.
Same.
That looks stunning. Oh, mind your head.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, the rods are nice.
So nice.
Happy with it?
Yeah, really happy.
Sorry, I always feel Mandy's like, I'm not signed up for this, mate. I'm just here to fit you. Wow. Yeah.
With the tabletop, it's always a bit hit and miss.
It's amazing how close it is to the ground.
But once you see it as like a big item,
Yeah. Wow.
That is
Absolutely
mega.
beautiful. Yeah. So that's where my
Absolutely
fragrances
mega.
are going to live.
You've also, can I just point something out to you? When you turn this round, you have the perfect light
Yes.
for filming like YouTube content,
No, I know.
sit down
I
content.
know.
I am so
Polishing my
jealous.
shoes.
I am so jealous.
I've just been trying to set it up on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put like markers on your.
I might actually get you to flick it around though. Well, Andy has just left and I thought we'll take the opportunity to quickly film a unboxing on the brand new Centre Island. As you can see, it looks absolutely stunning in this space. And it's actually pretty easy to move. If you just take a look down here, you'll see that there's just a very small elevation off the ground. And we actually have the ability, as you can see, this does move, which means that when I want to film my Get Ready With Me videos and have this as the backdrop, I can just slide this out of the way of my shot, possibly even use it to lay things on. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. The brass worktop has come out incredibly well. It's hand finished, and so it's got this really nice patina on it. It's so nice. It's coming up really light on the camera, but in real life it's a lot warmer. So the tones of this are a lot warmer than what you're seeing. It has got a lacquered finish on it, so it's semi-protected. I'm sure at some stage I'll scratch this up when I'm working away on it, but at the moment it's looking pristine. Andy Summit Carpentry's done an incredible job. We have the two drawers here with the soft close. I'll show you this end one, it's a bit lighter, you'll be able to see better. So they're quite shallow drawers this side because I want to have the ability to be able to put a stool underneath and be able to work there. And then these are the fragrance storage sections that I was telling you about. So we've put a lip on these two, but then obviously this section of the wardrobe which runs around the cupboard doors, that keeps like the symmetry between each gap, and so there's no lip on this one, which is why we had to put the rods in to ensure that we basically keep stuff from falling out, especially when I'm moving this around. So the rods are in there, which again are in brass, so they match nicely with the worktop. And then these are just temporary knobs. They just currently match my wardrobe knobs, but Lydia actually wants me to change them because she's not a big fan. So at some stage I'll probably get some smooth balls to finish them off, possibly somewhere like American Martin or Jim Lawrence or somewhere like that. And then inside the cupboard you'll see that we have our shelf. I can obviously add and take away shelves as I please, but for now two seem like a sensible choice to maximise the space in here. So I'm just going to stack knits in these cupboards. So I've got 4 spaces. I'll probably colour code them, so I've got lighter and darker on either side, and you'll see that they've got nice chunky shelves in them, which is just a continuation of this space. So really happy with how this has come together. It's looking amazing. We did actually strip back the design a little bit. We were going to go a little bit more detailed on the corners, and I do think that it would have looked really lovely. However, this room has got so much detail on it already with the pillars on the actual main wardrobe that Lydia felt like this just needed to be a little bit simpler. It didn't need to have all of the bells and whistles on it, and so that's what we decided to do. And I think that she was spot on. I think that this works really nicely in the space, and it's just going to add that little extra bit of functionality into this room. So as I mentioned earlier on, I have ordered some trousers from Loro Piana, and I realised that I didn't actually have a pair of navy trousers that were suitable for the summer months. And so because I love their City 2 Pinces trousers, I'm actually wearing them now, I decided to go with the exact same fabric and just change the colourway. I know that I'm going to need to have these tailored, as I said, so I'm going to open them up and basically make sure that the colour of these are the right kind of blue, because I do like a kind of midnight blue, and it's very difficult online sometimes to get a true feel for the actual colour of garments, and so this is the moment of truth. They're good. They are good. Wowza. So there we have them. Thought I'd come a bit closer so you can see clearly. So these are the City 2 Pinces trousers. I ordered these online about 2 or 3 years ago from My Teresa, and at the time when I ordered them they didn't have a jacket, and to be honest with you I possibly even wouldn't have brought the jacket at the time because I was less into suiting on a casual front, so I probably only would have brought these anyway. But then in Bicester Village they had the jacket and not the trousers. A few years later on I've married them back together again, and so I've had that tailored and that's fitting really nicely now. So I've now got a new suit technically, which is really lovely. And again, I might get lucky with this as well and find the jacket in Bicester at some stage. But for now I have these to style up in the summer. They're a nice heavyweight linen. They're 100% linen, but I don't know what it is about this particular linen. It feels like Irish linen. It's nice and thick, but there just feels like there's a blend in it, like a cotton blend, but it does say 100% lino. So that's what the label says it is. That's what it is. Really, really like this fabric that they use on these trousers, and they fit and feel incredibly comfortable. So new trousers in, just in time for summer. Okay, so before I head down for the evening, I wanted to quickly talk to you about skincare. I haven't really spoke about skincare too much on this channel for quite some time, and I actually get quite a lot of comments on TikTok asking for my skincare routine. And I think the reason why I get asked this question a lot is because when I'm getting ready in the morning is typically when I've just applied my skincare routine, and so my skin is looking at its best, I guess. It looks very hydrated, and I have a slight shine on my cheeks often because the skincare is of course still on the surface a little bit. Now, any of you that have been following me for some time will know that I am pretty loyal to Crème de la Mer from La Mer. And it's a moisturiser that I found just works for me. It sits on my skin for a very, very long time. I can pretty much go throughout the whole day without needing to reapply any moisturiser, and it also works very well overnight if I'm feeling particularly dried out. And so it's just something that I know works for me. I know it's quite expensive, but I'm happy to invest in my skin. And so whilst I do all of the essentials such as staying hydrated and drinking lots of water, Crème de la Mer just seems to be a moisturiser that's nice and thick and creamy and just works for me. Doesn't work for everybody. Skincare is very individual, and so just because something works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you, and vice versa. Something that I found my skin isn't particular about, should we say, is serums. And so I found quite a few serums now that work really well for me. Elemis do a fantastic one, QMS do a fantastic one, La Mer's concentrate, absolutely fantastic. Heath skincare, absolutely brilliant. And so there are quite a few. However, I was recently contacted by Le Domaine, which is Brad Pitt's skincare brand, and they had a selection of products that they asked if I wanted anything from, and I thought, you know what, I want to try out the serum from you guys, but I'm also going to try out your moisturiser because it's been titled La Crème, which is very similar to La Mer's Crème de la Mer. And so I thought, well, if this is a cream, I might like this. So I might have another option for a really nice moisturiser that I can switch between. I think it's also been important for me to not switch between products too often as well. I found that my skin can get quite irritated when I interchange products too frequently, but I've been using Crème de la Mer quite consistently for quite some time, and so to have a secondary product that works well for me could be a result. So I haven't tried this yet. Really like the packaging of it. It looks really lovely. It's 98% natural and it is mostly recyclable. I think on here it said somewhere that there's a reusable oak cap. I mean, oak cap, I'm feeling that. I haven't actually opened this up yet to see what the packaging looks like, but vaguely remember that the packaging is absolutely stunning on this as well. Which, if that's something you care about, great. Might not be for everyone. Ultimately, it's a functional product, and so if it's working for your skin, that's the most important thing. And then this right here is the serum. So this is what I'm hoping is going to work really nicely for me. If I open it up, I take a look at that packaging. Also, of course, naturally, this is a unisex product. Ah, I do remember this packaging. How nice that is. I think if you can see that from there. Hello, Lummy. Yes. It's clever. So you can, if you want, use this beautiful oak. Come on, darling. Do you want to come and see my new worktop? Come on in. So yeah, you can, if you want, actually use the lid as a holder for your serum. So it's actually ornamental, which is quite impressive. So especially when there's a couple of them together. So you've got the moisturiser, which is slightly larger. This is a bit smaller. It can look really nice on the side. However, it is the lid. Very big lid, I have to say. But this is the oak lid, which is really, really lovely. And glass bottle. So really great packaging. Feels nice. Let me have a quick look at this serum. Quite a neutral fragrance to it, which I actually quite like. I don't always love it when skincare's got a fragrance to it because I wear my own fragrance, and so sometimes they can clash. That's nice and neutral. That feels quite nice. I like that. It's not drying out too quickly either. It's sitting on my skin quite well. Hopefully that's being absorbed in. And so I'll give you some feedback on this. I need to use this for at least a few weeks before I let you know how I'm getting along with it. Lummy, come on. You give me a kiss? Come on, you want some food? Come on. You okay, my darling? Let me finish my video. You okay? Oh yeah. So as I was saying, I will give you an update on both the serum and the moisturiser, and I'll report back with my findings. But I need to use this for a few weeks before I report on it. But first impressions are I'm really impressed. The lid feels nice. I actually quite like that you can use it as a ornamental piece as well. The serum feels really nice on my hand. I don't know if you can see that on my hand, but it feels like it's sitting on my skin really nicely. Naturally, some of you may find that that isn't very convenient for travel, but fear not, they actually give you a small little lid that you can stick on to the product itself. So if you do want to travel with this and you don't want to take your big oak lid with you, you can just carry it like this. Also, if you do want to use this as a stand, then of course you can still put a lid onto the pump itself, and so you keep it away from anything that could be flying around your room and landing on it. So nice and convenient. But first impressions, very good. I'm just letting the boys out for their evening tinkle, and I can't believe how much of the flower in the wild turf has come out. Feels like so much more has come out over the last couple of days. I feel like this is going to be the gift that keeps on giving, because when we first started off we had lots of pink, and now we're going white, and I can see some yellow starting to come through now as well. And I know that we did some plugging earlier on in the year for a different variety to come through, so it's really nice to see. I've noticed the dragonflies and the bees are really loving this. The solitary bees in particular, like not so many honeybees, I've not seen so many of those, but the solitary bees have been all over it, so doing very well out there. It is very late and I have spent the evening editing this video, and we are currently at 29 minutes, and so a nice length for a video, so I'm going to wrap this one up. I hope you enjoyed seeing the install of that new centre island. I'm over the moon with it. I think Andy did an incredible job, and a massive shout out to my wife as well, who actually worked on designing that, and also the room in general. Like, just the general upgrade and renovation of that room from where it was to where it is now has been absolutely game changing, and it's been done in a really efficient way. And so I'm really happy with the space. We've just got an armchair in the corner, a little bit of art to put up, and we're pretty much there. So as always, I'll leave the relevant links in the description box down below, and I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday at 5 PM. Have a great rest of the week, and I look forward to seeing you then. Take care.